How's it going? Welcome back to Reddit Social Skills. The question today is 17-year-old male wondering how I should ask out 17-year-old female peer. This question comes from Kaori Miyazono. Okay. The question goes, my primary goal is getting her interested in me. I know how to flirt. I know how to get to know and start a conversation with her, but the only problem is executing, especially when asking her out. What I plan to do is getting to know her over time and befriend her. Once I have done so, I will get her social media, start a conversation, ? Then jokingly let her know I'm interested, ? I just have low confidence in myself, but in all honesty, I may be the second best looking guy in our class, if not the first, so I may have a chance. I really don't know what I'm doing, but any advice would help. Okay. I'm going to get to your question, but I wanted to address one of the other comments here, which I found is pretty standard advice and might not work as well as it might seem. And the advice that someone else gives is, for example, Jane, I'm really glad we met. You're really enter adjectives, funny, intelligent, supportive, sharp, etc. Honestly, I would really like to get to know you even more. If you're open to it, I'd love to take you out for dinner sometime. This initiates a one-on-one time together where you can gauge chemistry. If you feel comfortable, you can say you feel a strong connection with her and would like to know if she'd be interested in a date. Okay. You want to know how to flirt and start a conversation. You want to know how to execute when asking her out. Okay, good. So listen, the reason why I think that advice given below might not be the best is because it is quite standard and it's almost expected that you would approach a girl that you're interested with that exact thing. Hey, Jane, I think you're really funny and interesting, and I was wondering if maybe you would want to go on a date with me sometime. It's like the most boring standard way to ask a girl out, maybe of all, okay? And it could still work. I'm not saying that couldn't work. And in fact, there's some good things about that, in that you're putting yourself out there. That's always positive. If you want to initiate a connection with someone's going to have to go first in as far as opening up, okay? And if you want someone to open up to you, the best way to get them to open up to you is to open up yourself and make yourself vulnerable by being honest, by being genuine and truthful about who you are and what your intentions are and what you're feeling. And then sometimes that works out and sometimes it doesn't, but that's at least a good strategy. So to that degree, the advice was good, but it's boring, it's typical, and it also puts pressure on the girl. And since you're 17 and she's 17, I want to try to make this more for your age group, okay? This type of advice I'm about to give you, because chances are you both are still living at home. Probably you guys haven't had that many dates in your lifetime. So the whole dating thing itself is still sort of new and sort of scary. I mean, people are still scared of dating well into older years, so it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's the nerves that we feel about dating are really just excitement, that we don't have control over. So fair enough. It's not a big deal that you're feeling the nerves. In fact, look at it like what I said. It's actually excitement that you just don't know how to deal with yet, okay? So that's positive. That's a good thing, because you might think that holding that side in might be the best strategy to come across more cool and suave and smooth, like I don't feel those nervous, excited emotions. But it's totally fine. And in fact, if you defer back to the previous advice I gave about being vulnerable and honest, opening up about those things can open up a connection. But that's not what you asked, is it? You wanted to know, how do you execute when it comes to starting a date? First of all, you said that you might jokingly tell her that you like her on social media. I don't recommend that, okay? If you're going to do it, if you're going to tell her you like her, tell her you like her. Don't joke about it, because then she doesn't know. And the reason that you want to joke about it is because you're trying to test the waters to see if maybe she might like you without yourself having to do exactly what I said before, which is make yourself vulnerable by putting your true self and intentions and feelings out there, which the way that makes you vulnerable is if you do get rejected, it's really you getting rejected. I mean, if you're faking it and if you just joke around and say, I don't know, maybe I like you, ha ha ha, maybe not, ha ha ha, then if she rejects you, then you can sort of lie to yourself and say, well, she just rejected my message because I was joking. I didn't even really ask. So be willing to be rejected and put yourself out there, and you're going to have more success regardless, okay? Now, how do you go about, I'm going to leave that aside for a second, because let's say you do know how to flirt and you do know how to get to know her, which you say you know how to do. That's awesome. So you're just looking for like the last step. How do you actually let her know, hey, do you want to get together sometime? So again, since you're 17 years old, you guys don't probably know the dating scene that well. She's going to probably be nervous as well, maybe more so than you. And so what I suggest, and this is for you at your age, but this can definitely apply for all ages. This is a secret tip. You want to invite her to a party or a gathering, not a one-on-one date, okay? Why this is good and useful and helpful as advice is because it takes the pressure off, especially if, what you want to do is you want to put together a group of friends. Try to get a mixture of boys and girls, right? Men and women. Try to get a mixture of both. And the friends that you like, the friends that you have a good time with, cool friends, maybe have your cool friend ask another cool friend, or have a cool girl, female friend, invite her female friends. Make it like a nice little group, a gathering, all right? It could be out at a park. Again, I know you're 17, so maybe this wouldn't work at your house. Maybe it could. You could go to a park. You could go, don't go to like the movies or something. Go to somewhere where you guys can talk. I don't recommend like a loud club or anything either, assuming you could even get into that at 17. Somewhere where you guys can talk, somewhere where you guys can laugh, exchange jokes, go on a little adventure maybe, walk around a bit, or not. Just maybe somewhere where you sit, somewhere if you have a place where you can hang out, okay? Like the mall could even work or something like that, okay? Invite her to a gathering, and this is especially good, and this is teasing some stuff I'm going to be releasing very soon, which I'm excited to drop, is if you have like a regular party or a regular gathering with some friends, with a group that you're always inviting people to, hey, we always do this thing on Sunday, come join us on Sunday. There's so much less pressure then, okay? And if you don't have one of those already going, just try to create a little group, as nice of a group as you can for the next week or something. And then invite her to that. Okay, that's the move, because then it's not this weird social pressure which she is going to feel and you're going to feel when you're asking her, do you want to go out with me? It's like all this pressure, and then she's got to think, I don't know. She's got to go through all this stuff. Does she know you well enough? She has to gauge how awkward it may or may not be in just your company, you and her alone. Could that get awkward? If it does get awkward, how would she escape? Are you going to be cool about it, or are you going to get upset if she wants to leave? Are you going to be upset if she says no to the date question originally? All these types of things are going to run through her head. And it's just the way we are, of course. Okay, it's just the way things go. Girls and women have to be careful about who they accept dates with, right? That's standard knowledge. So make it easier for her to spend some time with you by taking the pressure off, telling her to invite her friends, invite your friends, get a little group together. Then it's not you and her, just you and her, and this crazy pressure, but it's rather more casual, and you can still get to know and spend time and gain familiarity and test your connection. But it won't be under so much pressure, and just because of that alone, you'll increase the chances of her saying yes, and then also you'll increase the chances that you guys will have the most opportunity to actually connect, because you're not just removing the pressure from the question, you're also removing the pressure from the situation, because you got to think, if she's bringing her girlfriends, now she's comfortable, because she's not like worried about, I don't know this guy, I'm alone with this guy. She's got her friends, they can leave anytime. she feels safe, and it's also like you guys don't have to talk the entire date, right? You guys can chat a little bit, then you can chat to your friend, then you can chat to her friends, and they can chat amongst each other, and it's just a lot better of a situation that way. So I really hope that helps. I realize you're 17, so it's a bit different. If you were older and had your own place, I would suggest you could maybe throw like a weekly party or something, but that's a little teaser. We'll get to that in some future, soon upcoming content. All right, if you enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Express yourself in the comments below as well, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, all that bullshit, yada yada. Peace.